All right, this is the Chapter 11 practice test for Algebra 2. This is going to be the last video, I hope. Okay, now for 17 and 18, we need to find the probability that the x you choose for 17 is between the mean minus 2 standard deviations and the mean plus 1 standard deviation. So for this problem, I'm looking for the interval between the mean minus 2 standard deviations and the mean plus 1 standard deviation. So it's right inside that box. So what I need to do is add all of these percentages up for each of the columns in between there in that interval. So 13.5 plus 34 plus 34. All right. When I add all of those together, 68, so I end up with 81.5%. All right, so that's 17. For 18, I need the probability that the x you choose is less than or equal to the mean minus the standard deviation. So mean minus standard deviation is right here. And if it's less than, that's all of the values this way. So for this one, I need to add up 0.15%, 2.35%, all the way including the 13.5%. 2.35. Okay, adding all those up, we should end up with 13, 14, 15, 16%. Okay, now for number 19, the probability of value pick is between 12 and 16. If the mean is equal to 15, the standard deviation is equal to 2. Well, the problem is these two values, 12 and 16, aren't an equal standard or a whole standard deviation away from the mean. So I need to find a z-score for each of these. Okay, first for 12, and then for 16, so that I can calculate the probability of each and then subtract. So for 12, it's the x, so 12 minus the mean, which is 15, over standard deviation, which is 2. Oops, change that to a 2. 12 minus 15 is negative 3 over 2. It's negative 1.5. All right, now I need to look that up on the table. All right, on here, the z-score is negative 1.5, negative 1, all the way over to 0.5. So that gives me a probability the x is less than or equal to 12 is equal to 0.0668. Okay, now z-score for 16. 16 minus 15 divided by 2. 16 minus 15 is 1 divided by 2. So 0.5. Look that up on the key. Use the positive 0 that time, all the way over to 0.5. 0.6915. So the probability that the x you choose is less than or equal to 16 is 0.6915. Now what I need to do to find the interval between 12 and 16, find the interval between 12 and 16 is I need to subtract these. This gives me less than 12. This gives me less than 16. So I take the largest, 0.6915, subtract 0.0668. When I subtract, I get 6247. So the probability of your score being between 12 and 16 is equal to 62.47%. Okay. Make sure you remember the z-score formula. X minus x bar over standard deviation, and the margin of error formula, 1 over plus or minus 1 over the square root of n, changed to percent. Okay, good luck.